Hey, all you minions and mercenaries, it's time for episode 18 of Behind the Heroes, where we take an in-depth look at the Heroes of the Storm, and I'm pretty excited to bring this one to you. I know a lot of fans have been demanding this hero. A lot of them were kind of disappointed and wanted Stitches to be this hero instead, but he is here now, and I've seen a bit of him before, and I'm kind of excited about it. We have the Butcher from the Diablo franchise, and he is one scary dude, let me tell you. So if we can go right into his abilities, we have Hamstring. Deal 40 damage and slow enemies by 50%, fading over 2 seconds. Your next basic attack will strike immediately. Then we have a Butcher's Brand. Deal 30 damage to an enemy and cause your basic attacks against them to heal you for 75% of the damage done for 5 seconds. Healing doubled versus heroes. So that is a pretty potent lifesteal. So you can use this on, it basically marks a target, and if you attack that target, you get lifesteal on it. Lifesteal, from what I've seen in other games, in this game, usually pretty small. But this is 75% against minions and mercenaries and maybe structures, I don't know. And 150% against heroes. And since he is an assassin, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. So this is definitely a huge sustain mechanic, in my opinion. Then we have a Ruthless Onslaught. Charge at an enemy, becoming unstoppable and gaining movement speed. If you reach the target, they are stunned for 1 second and take 60 damage. So this just kind of adds to his horror movie feel there, where he is just going to come out of nowhere and just charge you. And whew, it's giving me shivers just thinking about it. And it's making him hungry just to think about it. And I think this kind of plays into his Diablo 1. I was reading a little bit, I guess, about his Diablo 1 days, and that's kind of how he was. He just came at you, and it freaked you out. And let's take a look at his heroic abilities. Lamb to the slaughter. Throw a hitching post that attaches to the nearest enemy hero after a 1 second delay. This deals 75 damage and causes the enemy to be chained to the post for 4 seconds. And I mean, they are chained. From what I've seen, there is very few abilities or heroes in this game that can actually break out of this. I'm curious on a couple of them, like Falstad's Flight. If he flies to halfway across the map, is that going to yank him all the way back? It will take longer than 4 seconds to even do that. So I don't know, but I've seen a lot of stuff like Zeratul Blink cannot get out of this. It will drag you back from wherever. And his other heroic ability is Furnace Blast. After a 3 second delay, fire explodes around you, dealing 300 damage to enemies. Can be cast while using Ruthless Onslaught. Oh, so you can charge an enemy, and if you hit him, they could get stunned, plus they're going to get hit with that. Well, let's see, it's only a 1 second stun, so the timing on that could be a little bit iffy, but it's certainly very interesting. Then his combat trait, Fresh Meat, gathers strength by killing enemies and collecting their meat. So I think that's just like a stacking damage buff that probably resets upon death. I think it does. It's been a little while since I saw how he functioned, and mechanics may have changed since then. But I think that's basically how it works. So let's take a look at his skins, if you can stand it, because it could get worse than this. I don't know. This is his basic skin, which is already quite terrifying. It's like a nightmare Stitches, and Stitches is not winning any beauty contests as it is. And that one, kind of makes him look a little bit like a lizard. That's definitely interesting. And then, a yellow lizard. Then we'll take a look at his hero portrait in Master Butcher. Just kind of adds a little bit of a scary hardware to his arsenal, and that's kind of the same. Oh, look, okay, that one's a little different. Instead of making his skin yellow, it made his armor yellow, so slightly different there. And then we've got Iron Butcher, which kind of loses something trapped behind a makeshift furnace, and that is that. It's like the tints are the same, but they use them a little bit differently. There's not a huge difference between these two. Oh, there's a little bit of war paint going on here that's kind of hard to see. But let's just go for the let's just go for the classic one, the classic Butcher. If I can figure out how to click on it again, and let's give this a try. See how he fares. I am intrigued, and this could be. I think all of the new heroes that come out are my favorites. I just like playing as everybody. Oops. I mean, I don't know if there's a single hero that I completely dislike. There's some that I would maybe less inclined to play with any frequency. But for the most part, you asked me to play this hero. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take on that role. Let's do that. So let's take a look at his talents now. Or his traits. No, talents. Talents is the right word. I keep confusing talents and trait word. 2 T's. We've got at level 1, we've got Invigorate, reduces hamstring mana cost and cooldown on heroes. Okay, so if you use it on a hero, then it reduces the cooldown as well. If hamstring hits a hero, mana cost is refined and the cooldown is reduced by 1 second. So only if you hit a hero. Okay, I guess that's fair. They have a lot of only if you hit hero mechanics. Then we got Block, which basically reduces basic attacks by 50%. Stores up to 2 charges. Pretty typical one there, and good for a melee class to have in his toolkit. Then we've got Chop Meat, increase the damage of hamstring by 50% to non-heroic targets, and minions killed by hamstring drop 3 stacks of meat, which is his combat trait. And then we've got Victuals. How's that pronounced? I think it's pronounced. I don't think it's pronounced victuals. I know I'm probably gonna get slack for pronouncing this wrong, but let's just read what it is. Heal for 3% of your maximum health when you collect fresh meat. Meat continues to drop at maximum stacks. Ooh, so it's just another sustainability. So not only do you get stronger, but you can use those stacks to heal you. So actually, I think I'm gonna grab that one. Then at level 4, we've got Flail Axe, increase hamstring length, which is an increased slow. Always a good idea there. Yeah. Then we have Unrelenting Pursuit, reduce Ruthless Onslaught cooldown on impact. Okay, so if you actually hit a hero, which I hear it's really hard to get away from his onslaught, then it's going to have a reduced cooldown, so that's good. Then we got Cheap Shot, hamstring does bonus damage to movement impaired targets. Which I always got to be a little worried about those ones that you have to have a sort of a enfeebled target for them to have an effect. With the right team compositions, it can work, but I think it's kind of hard to find synergy in your own build for those a lot of the times. But choose as you will. And then we've got a standard level 4 talent in Venom, which just kind of basically poisons the target. Pretty good for finishing hero off, especially if they don't have access to a healer or any other sort of heals that they can get that little bit of health back. What are we going to do here? Let's just reduce the cooldown so I don't have to click the clear cooldowns button as much. Then at level 7 we have Brutal Strike. Hamstring empowers your next basic attack. Not bad. We have Insatiable Blade. Increase Butcher's Brand healing. So increases Butcher's Brand healing from 75% to 100% of your basic attack damage. Does that mean against heroes it's 200%? He's got a lot of sustain built in here, which, I mean, he's kind of a flimsy hero, I think, so having some sustain at melee range is kind of necessary. Then we have Abattoir, and that is how you pronounce that. Increases the maximum number of fresh meat to 35, and you only lose half upon death, so you definitely lose the stacks upon death. Then we have Final Assault, increases Ruthless Onslaught range and adds Lunge. What is Lunge? Causes you to lunge at the enemy when close to impact. Okay, so I guess it's Speed Rush, and once you get close to them, you just kind of get an extra speed burst just to ensure that they can't get away at the very last moment. I like that. I may have to try that one. Yeah, let's try that one.
Choose a talent.
Then we have our heroic abilities. Let's just start out with... Yeah, let's start with this one. It's going to be hard to see how it works because I don't really see Arthas running away too much, and well, unless we get him when he's trying to run away. We'll see if we can show off the chain mechanic with that one, but it's going to be a bit tricky. Alright, at level 13 we got Burning Range, deal damage to nearby enemies, good standard talent there. We have Savage Charge, Ruthless Onslaught deals extra damage to equals to 50% of their current health, so it's a percentage attack, not just a straight up damage. That could be good. Then we have Crave Flesh. Butcher's Brand grants movement speed. When an enemy is affected by Butcher's Brand, you gain more movement speed. And then we got Spell Shield, which reduces incoming ability damage. I want to move fast. Move fast. Then at level 16 we have Crippling Slam. Hamstring slow no longer fades and lasts longer. Ooh. We have Enraged. Gain attack speed and reduce disables at low health. So you could use that a couple of ways. So you either could get it so you can't slow you down, or you slow down your escape with stuns and slows. We could also use it if you just want to try to finish them off before you die. That is interesting. Or if you just want to chase them down because you figure you're going to die if you run away. So receiving damage that reduces you to below 50% of your maximum health. Okay, so it's 50%. Causes you to become enraged for 10 seconds. You gain 40% attack speed and reduce the duration of slows, stun, silences, and roots against you by 75% while enraged. So what happens after enrage ends? Do you have to rebuild your health above 50 to get it to reset, or is it any damage after that 30-second cooldown will under 50% will restack the enrage? I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to figure that out here. It'll require future experimentation to know for certain, or let someone else figure it out and find it online somewhere. Then we have Blood Frenzy. Fresh meat also increases your attack speed by 1% per stack. Ooh, that could be devastating if you get a full blood stacks in there. Actually, I'm going to do this one because it might help us test this better if we can slow Arthas' retreat down a bit. Then we have your hero powers at level 20. Fires of Hell. Furnace Blast explodes a second time 3 seconds after initial explosion. Okay, so just an extra burst attack. We've got Slaughterhouse. Lambs to the Slaughter now chains all enemy heroes in range. Ooh, wow. We won't be able to show that off here because there's only one we can use it against, so we probably won't grab that talent. We have Nexus Blaze. Basic attacks deal more damage and slow. And then we have Activate Bolt Storm, activate to teleport a short distance. Well, we're just going to have to use this one because, you know, we're just going to have to slow down Arthas as much as we can. So let's just toggle these minions and give it a try. He even looks, he's huge. And we're going to start off with an onslaught. And there he goes, and we're going to brand him. Yeah, and you can see that little X on his back that shows that he's brand. And then we're going to kind of slow him down. Oh, I didn't cast that right. I should have cast it in advance. Clear cooldowns because we're going to want to try that again. So we're going to rush him and we're going to throw this down. And he's going to try to get away. Oh, he's not going to try to get away. Come on, try to get away. Oh, come on, Arthas. Okay, so that's actually a column damage. Okay, I just thought it was a single target attack, but it is sort of a skill shot. Okay, we need Arthas to come back because toggle minions. We need to start this over again because he is confounding my ability to show off this. Oh, so let's clear cooldowns as well. We're gonna charge him. Just gonna put our lifesteal on him. A little bit of slow. Come on. Okay, let's give him a chance to come back. Okay, come on, Arthas. Come on, Arthas. He does not want me to pull this off. Clear cooldowns. Arthas, you're destroying my ability to show off this chain. Yeah, there. He was trying to get out of there, and it wouldn't let him. It was a little hard to see, but you saw he was kind of skirting up there right at the edge of that circle. Get him again. Oh, Malfurion just shrunk him. That's funny. Okay, so let's reset the levels. We can try our other heroic ability. Get us back up to level 10. Yeah, you go take care of that Malfurion. We'll be there in a minute. Okay, so yeah, we'll just heal ourselves and Venom. Why not? Increase the healing, and there we go. So what's the range on this? It's a pretty small range. So it's basically just going to be kind of where you're standing. Onslaught! Oh. And then we're going to channel that. There it was. Wow, that was actually quite large. Clear those cooldowns. Oh, I need my blood. I need my blood. Hit him. Okay, so it does follow me. So I don't have to worry about keeping them in it as long as I can keep myself near them. So I guess I could see how that could be useful with that talent where you can cast it while moving. Wait, or is that baseline? Can be cast with Ruthless Onslaught. Okay, so let me try this. Clear cooldowns. We're going to hit that, and we're going to charge. Oops, no, that was... Okay, so that's how that can work. Okay, I do kind of like that ability. Envenom him! Envenom! Then you can see Envenom's going to slowly... Oh, no, he's going to make it. He's going to... Wait. Oh, he healed himself. He didn't... He did not go back to the core to heal, however. Well, now we did, I think. Arthas. Where are you, buddy? Get him! Get him! Ah, that's the end. Anyhow, that's the Butcher. Go ahead and dance, Butcher. I actually like this. I'm gonna have fun with this as soon as I can add him to my roster. What kind of dance was that? So I hope you enjoyed this look at the Butcher. I know I did, and have a day.